Good morning everyone. Today in this video of class 10th biology, we'll be studying chapter life processes. We'll be dealing with terms like nutrition, autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition and the differences between them. So let's start with the term nutrition. Nutrition is the process of intake of foods, its digestion, absorption and then distribution to different parts of our body. It is the process which involves taking in of our food, its digestion by our digestive system and then absorption and distribution to different parts. There are two modes of nutrition. They are autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition, the modes of nutrition in which organisms prepare their own food are called as autotrophic nutrition, while organisms are called as autotrophs. Such organisms which prepare their own food, they are called as autotrophs. Examples, green plants and bacteria. Since autotrophs prepare their own food, so they are called as producers. Since they produce their own food on their own, so they are called as producers. Heterotrophic nutrition, in which organism depends upon other organism for their food, they are called as heterotrophic nutrition, and organisms are called as heterotrophs. Example, animals and human beings. Since heterotrophs depends upon other organisms for their food, so they are called as consumers. They are called as consumers. Now, primary difference between them. Autotrophs prepare their own food. Heterotrophs depends upon other for their food. Autotrophs, they are called as producers. Heterotrophs are called as consumers. Now, autotrophs have chloroplast and heterotrophs do not have chloroplast. Now see, heterotrophs are of three types: parasites, saprophytes and holophytes. Parasites, which depends on other organisms and draw their food from those organisms which are called as host, is called as parasites. Next, examples, louse and leech. Saprophytes, which gets their food from dead and decaying parts of plants and animals, are called as saprophytes. Example, mushroom and moles. Holophytes, which takes food as a whole. Example, human being and frog. Holophytes are further divided as herbivore, carnivore and omnivore. Herbivore, which feeds on plant, cow. Carnivore, which feeds on flesh, tiger. And omnivore, which feeds on plant matter, that is man and bear. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Good morning everyone. Let's start with the next topic that was left in the last video. That is nutrition in plants, and this process that helps in nutrition in plants is photosynthesis. Now what is photosynthesis? It is a process by which green plants synthesize their food in presence of sunlight by use of carbon dioxide from air and water from soil with the help of chlorophyll. See, carbon dioxide and water, chlorophyll and sunlight, that this all things are used up and forms C6H12O6, that is glucose, 6O2 oxygen and 6H2O, that is water. This is the result of photosynthesis. Now raw material required are carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll. These are the things that are required during photosynthesis. Now let's move to events that takes place during photosynthesis. First is absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, sunlight. Second is photolysis of water by use of light. By use of light, water is broken down. And third is reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. Now carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate. Now one thing you have to keep in mind, that this process need not to take place in the same way. First this process may take place and then this and then this. So step 1, step 2, step 3, or step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This might be, it can take place in any order. Okay, so for example, desert plant takes up carbon dioxide at night and forms an intermediate which is acted by energy absorbed by chlorophyll during day. Then see here, carbon dioxide, this process takes place first, then this and then this. It is taking place in reverse order. Okay, now let's see what is the significance of photosynthesis. First, it helps in maintaining oxygen cycle. It helps us to maintain the oxygen cycle. How? Helps in production of oxygen. Second, it helps in growth and development of plants. Growth and development of plants. How? Because it provides plants with food materials. As food produced by plant is the ultimate source of energy for all living organism, since the food that is produced by plant is the ultimate source of energy for all living organism, so it is rightly said that all flesh is grass, because grass provides with energy to all living organisms, and all life is bottled in sunshine, because it is the sunshine that provides energy to grass or plants, and from grass it is passed on to every organisms. Next is it acts as a link between living and non-living world. It acts as a link between living and non-living world. And last is necessary for continuity of food chain, on the surface of the earth. Okay, that's all for in this video. Next topic we'll be studying in next video. Till that, stay home, stay safe, and keep studying. Good morning everyone. Let's start with a new topic, that is nutrition in amoeba. Now amoeba is a unicellular organism which is capable of changing its shape. It can change its shape frequently. Okay, it does not have a fixed shape. Okay, it can change its shape as per the requirement, as per the way it can get its food material. Now amoeba takes its food with the help of temporary finger-like projection, which is called as pseudopodia. Finger-like projection is called as pseudopodia. Now this process of food intake is called as phagocytosis. How it takes place food is called as phagocytosis. The process through which it takes food is called as phagocytosis. Now let's see the process how it will take its food material. Now when amoeba approaches its prey, it stretches out two pseudopodia around food particle. Now see here diagrammatically, if you will see here, this is amoeba. Now here it's a food material. Slowly when it approaches its food, it forms two finger-like projection around the food. These two finger-like projection, they are called as pseudopodia. Understood? First point, that when it approaches its prey, it forms two finger-like projection. These two finger-like projection are called as pseudopodia. Now next, gradually pseudopodia encircles food completely and engulfs it. Gradually, slowly and steadily, you see that these two pseudopodias will come together like here, and the food get inside the inside the body of a amoeba. It gets engulfed. Next, engulfed food material reaches vacuole, where it is broken down into simpler substances and then diffuses into cytoplasm. Now this engulfed food material goes into vacuole. Here it is digested by use of other digestive juices, and then it is diffuses out through cytoplasm. Now the remaining undigested food material is moved to the surface of the cell and then expelled out, and then undigested food material is expelled out from any other part of the body. This is how the process of nutrition takes place in amoeba. I think it's clear to you all. That's all for today. Stay home, stay safe, and keep studying. Thank you.